Alright, g'day and welcome. Fired up. Alright. Gauging silver pellet. I think everything's locked in. You kids okay back there? Alright. Okay, meaning my tools. Alright, yeah, not a bad day. 2 really good paydays in a row. I like it. I like it. Believe it or not, it's only like, well, must be getting close to 6. Okay, I'll let them go. I'll let them go. Alright, today, I'll let them go because I know they're doing like 120, so I'm not saying this car, the silver pellet, doesn't accelerate fast enough, but what I'm saying is that the traffic might rear end each other while I'm trying to accelerate. I can't believe the traffic on a Friday. So today is a day that I live on in infamy. I'm going to tell you the legend of Pigdog. Alright, so we did trees today. I had no idea what we were doing today. It turned out we were doing trees. So I finally got the riddled tree done. After I cut it down, I found the wasp spray. But I got it cut down without getting stung, so the tree did exactly what I wanted it to do. And the second tree, very, very tricky cut, but I got most of it down. I got one more, well, really 2 more cuts to make. Like I was telling the owner, I said it's slow but safe. You know, it's just the tree's it's a Manitoba maple, and the damn thing's corkscrewed. You know what I mean? Like, where the hell's it gonna land, right? So I have to I took off like the top, took off a couple of branches. So now it's just like a Charlie Brown stump, kind of sitting there with one little branch on it. It looks hideous. So hopefully we can get it done Sunday, because I'm sure it's just like the hideousness of it is gonna drive my client crazy. But I think it's funny. Old friend, I tried him on last time I tried him on Monday or Tuesday or whatever it was. I basically had to cut a root, and I sharpened up the chain about 35 swipes on each tooth. The time I used it just before that, and when I used it the last time, my bar was digging in the sand, hitting rocks. There were sparks, everything like that. You know, total red juice of a chainsaw chain, right? So like just, and today I hit a fence with it once. that poor chain. Now that said, I just told you this thing was digging in the sand. There was to the point where it clogged my oiler on the saw. My bar was completely dry, and not only was it completely dry, but like you could hear the sand grit in the bar. You know, complete abuse here, right? So I told my buddy, I called my buddy this morning. I said, "Okay, are we doing the annual thing?" He's like, "No, we're doing the chainsaw thing." I was like, "Oh, okay." I said, "I have no idea if my saw is going to cut." So first, I had to be handsome, then I had to come up with a plan. So my plan was first sharpen it, and then the second part of the plan was let's try it and see if it works. That's about all I could do. I stopped at the gas station. They had chainsaw chains, every size but. And then the guy that used to own the hardware store, well, he still owns the hardware store. The hardware store that used to be open, he was out there and he still sort of does stuff for people. We asked him, "Is there any chance you can make us a chainsaw chain?" And he goes, "Well, give me your chain, I'll see if I have it, and I'll make you one up." And he had everything but, right? So I was like, oh, bummer. I really missed that Irwin store being open. That was a very handy place to have open. So anyway, I sharpened it the best I could. Let's see what happens. Like I told my buddy, I said, it might work. It might just sit there burling a tree. Well, if the damn thing wouldn't cut perfectly all day, like that chain should not be cutting at all, period. I even hit a fence with it today. And it's like that chain, it doesn't cut straight for more than say like a 6-inch branch. But the fact that I was up in the tree on the ladder the chainsaw, that old friend, the Echo, I call him old friend, with that chainsaw, and it was cutting. I'm like, damn, I'm good. But the thicker stuff I knew I couldn't cut, so I had to grab the Husky 372, 72cc, 22-pound saw, aka the pigdog, and climb the tree with that sucker. Which I've done it quite a few times, and it's like, but it's such a bulky saw to be up in a freaking tree with. Like safety manuals are written because of guys like me, right? You know, it's like, yeah, this is what not to do. You know, if you're gonna, you know. But anyway, yeah. So I was up there. I topped the tree. The 272 or the 372. Which was like basically the same thing Tree Kong is, just a newer version. The damn thing, Paul saw, like, I think it's in need of a tune-up or something. Got it started, I get up in the tree, but if I put the bar up, the damn thing would stall on me. I'm like, is it a carb issue or what? Trying to start this thing up in the tree is like next to impossible. I did it, but, you know, like, it just paid in the ass, right? So I get up there, I saw through on Mr. Corkscrew branch, right? The treetop. I saw maybe about 90% way through it to the hinge. Then I shut the saw off, come down and grab the Wedgezilla and a hammer and a couple other wedges, and I busted her off that way just because I figured it was like one of those branches that would, because you can't face the other side properly. I did my 6-inch lower cut, but even at that, it's a tricky one, right? So what I didn't want to happen was be up on the ladder with a 22-pound 72cc saw, and the bar get caught by the branch on the way down and take me and the bar, the chainsaw, the bar, or the chainsaw bar and me, you know, with a 72. I don't want to be landing on a 72cc chainsaw. The fall's bad enough, right? So, bottom line, I broke it off with the wedges, and it worked, but I'm still left with the corkscrew base of the tree, which is not too bad, but I had to clear all the stuff out of the way. By the time we cleared it up, we burnt a bunch of stuff. Everything went well, but I ended up using the big saw a fair bit today. Big long log on the ground that I sawed up, you know, bucking that thing, and then that was like half rotted log, so it wasn't too bad. But rolling the thing, considering it was like 20 some odd feet long, like soaking wet and all that, only got it me about 3/4 cut up, but I'll finish it the next time. But yeah, the chain wasn't too bad. His bar, he had to file the bar big time today because he hadn't done it in a while. And I showed him how to do it, and the lip on that thing was just like, it was like that bar was like an I-beam. I'll just say that. It was like an I-beam. So we got that all nice and smoothed out, so that you don't get snagged up on stuff. When you start to get snagged, check that stuff, right? Deburr the bar. One thing about that little saw of mine there is like the bars, it's done, but like it's still functionable. You know what I mean? Like it's amazing how much I can get out of a bar and chain. Like it's like unhuman. It's just like it's next level. Like most people would have tossed that stuff by now, you know. But it's like somehow I'm always, if there's a piece of tooth left, I mean, as long as you got rakers in a tooth, you know, you just got to get it sharpened right, and it'll cut each time. So the good news, I got tomorrow off. I don't know if I'm working Sunday, but it's also the time of year where any days that's offered to work. It's October, right? So, but nice start to the month. Really nice start to the month. Got paid big yesterday. Got paid big today. And Monday would be my normal probably. And then Sunday or Tuesday, we we can get that done. It'll be a busy week next week anyway.